Have you ever looked back on your life and wondered, how did I get here? Maybe you faced hardships, setbacks, or even moments of doubt. But let me tell you this. You didn't come this far by accident. Every single step you've taken, every challenge you've overcome, and every door that's opened or closed in your life has been part of a divine plan. God has been guiding you even when you couldn't see it. So today, let's dive into the powerful truth that your journey is far from coincidence. You are exactly where you're meant to be, and there is purpose in every moment of your life. God has brought you this far, and His plans for you are greater than anything you could ever imagine. Every step you've taken, every obstacle you've faced, and every moment of uncertainty has purpose. You didn't get to this point by accident. There is divine intention in each part of your journey. Often we look at our lives and wonder why we've experienced certain things, why we've gone through particular struggles. In those moments, it's easy to feel like we've been abandoned or lost, but nothing is wasted in God's plan. Every single part of your story is purposeful, and it has been woven together by God's hands, even when you couldn't see it. Think about the times when things didn't go as planned, or when you were confronted with difficulties that seemed insurmountable. In those moments, you might have questioned, why me, or why now? But in hindsight, you'll often see that those challenges were not accidents. They were a part of God's master plan to shape you, strengthen you, and lead you towards something greater. The trials you faced weren't meant to break you. They were meant to build you. They've taught you resilience, patience, and faith in ways that only you could understand through experience. God is always at work in our lives, even when we don't understand the why or the how. It's easy to look at the milestones of your life and think they were simply random events, but I encourage you to see them for what they truly are. Moments where God was working behind the scenes. Sometimes you might have been unaware of His presence, but His hand was guiding you every step of the way. Those detours, the things you thought were setbacks, may have been the very path God needed you to take in order to grow into the person you are today. So don't ever believe that you are where you are by accident. Every part of your story, good, bad, or indifferent, has been woven together by a God who loves you and has plans for your future. You've made it this far because of His guidance, His wisdom, and His timing. And He's not finished with you yet. As you look ahead, trust that every step you take from this moment on will be part of the divine purpose He has in store for your life. Keep moving forward with faith, knowing that you are not here by chance, but because God has a plan that's bigger than anything you can imagine. God's timing is perfect, even when we can't see it. The struggles you've faced, the delays you've experienced, and the moments when things didn't go according to your plans are not mere coincidences. They are all part of a bigger picture that only God can see. It's easy to get frustrated or disheartened when things don't unfold the way we expect them to. We live in a world that thrives on instant gratification, where we often want things to happen right now, on our own timeline. But God works on His time, not ours. And His timing is always, without fail, perfect. Think about the moments in your life when things didn't align the way you thought they should. Perhaps you were waiting for an opportunity, a breakthrough, or even a simple answer to a prayer. In those waiting seasons, it's easy to feel overlooked or left behind. But what you didn't know in those moments is that God was preparing you for something greater than what you had originally envisioned. He was orchestrating every detail, every pause, and every delay to position you exactly where you needed to be. There are times when we want things to move faster, when we wish the doors would open right away. But God knows what's ahead, and He knows what we need in order to be ready for the blessings He has planned for us. Trust that He is working even when you can't see it. He's aligning things in ways that you might not understand in the moment, but will make perfect sense later. Just like a puzzle, some pieces need to be put in place before others can fall into place. And the final picture is always more beautiful than you could have imagined. The waiting and the delays aren't punishments, they're preparation. God uses time to grow us, to refine our character, and to strengthen our faith. So when you feel like things are taking too long or not moving in the direction you had hoped, remember that God's timing is always for your good. He is setting things in motion behind the scenes, preparing you for the next step, and making sure that everything falls into place at just the right moment. Keep your faith strong, knowing that God is never late. He is always right on time. The strength you possess today is not the result of mere chance, but of divine shaping through every hardship you've endured. Every trial, every challenge, and every setback has been a means for God to strengthen you, refine you, and prepare you for the future He has designed. It's easy to view difficulties as obstacles or as things meant to bring us down, but in reality, they are the very tools God uses to build our character and fortify our spirit. When you face adversity, it's easy to feel weak, overwhelmed, or even lost. But remember, those moments aren't meant to break you. They're the moments when God is sharpening you, molding you, and making you stronger than you've ever been. Just like a piece of gold must be purified through fire, so too must we be refined through life's challenges. It's in the fire that impurities are burned away, and what remains is stronger and more valuable. Think about some of the hardest moments in your life. What did you learn through those experiences? How did you grow from them? You may not have understood it in the moment, but those struggles were shaping you into a stronger version of yourself. God doesn't waste any pain. Each hardship has a purpose, and with each trial, you are being prepared for something greater. The strength you feel today is not just for you. It's to equip you for the journey ahead, to help you overcome even greater challenges that may lie in your path. It's important to recognize that strength isn't just about physical endurance or the ability to push through. True strength comes from faith. Faith that God is with you in the storm. Faith that He is working even in the midst of difficulty. Each struggle builds your trust in His plan and deepens your dependence on His provision. When you lean on God through tough times, your faith grows stronger and your spirit becomes more resilient. So, whenever you face hardship, remember that it's not meant to break you, but to build you. God is using those challenges to prepare you for greater things, to fortify you in ways you might not even see yet. Trust in His process, because with every trial you face, He's not only strengthening you, but equipping you for the extraordinary future He has planned for you. Even when we can't see it, God's hand is always at work behind the scenes, guiding us and protecting us. We often go through life thinking we are solely responsible for the direction we're headed, not realizing that there's a greater power at play. Many of the blessings and opportunities you experience today are the result of God's unseen work in your life. The moments where you felt lost, uncertain, or stuck were often the times when God was silently positioning things in your favor, working behind the curtain to orchestrate your success. Think back to some of the pivotal moments in your life. You may have had opportunities that came unexpectedly, doors that opened at just the right time, or encounters with people who guided you in ways you never anticipated. In hindsight, you may realize that these events weren't just random. They were part of God's unseen hand at work, even when you weren't aware of it. We all go through seasons where we wonder why things aren't happening the way we want them to. It can feel like we're doing everything right, taking all the right steps, and yet things don't seem to be falling into place. In those times, it's easy to feel like we're on our own, that maybe God isn't paying attention to our struggles. But in reality, those delays, closed doors, and even times of stillness are often the moments where God is preparing the perfect timing for what's next. He is positioning you in ways that will make sense later, and often we don't even see His work until we look back and realize how perfectly everything fell into place. God's hand is always guiding us, even in the moments we don't understand. His protection is evident in the times we were spared from situations that could have derailed us. His provision is clear in the times we were given just what we needed, often in ways we couldn't have anticipated. Trust that everything, even the things that seem to be going wrong, is part of His plan. He's working things out in the background, preparing you for the future He has planned for you. So, when life feels uncertain and you can't see the way forward, remember that God is always at work behind the scenes. He is orchestrating things in ways that you may never fully understand until you look back and see how perfectly His plan unfolds. Trust that you are never truly alone in your journey. God's unseen hand is always guiding you. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to understanding that nothing in your life happens by accident. It's easy to lose sight of this truth when things don't seem to make sense or when life throws challenges your way. But when you have faith, you begin to see that every step you take, Every door that opens and every door that closes is part of God's divine plan. Even in moments of uncertainty, faith gives you the strength to trust that you are exactly where you need to be. There will be times in life when things don't go as expected, when the road ahead seems unclear, and when you feel unsure of what's next. In those moments, it's natural to question the purpose of your journey. You may even begin to doubt if you're on the right path. But faith teaches us that God is always in control, even when we can't see the full picture. We are not left to navigate this life on our own. When you trust in God's plan, even in the unknown, you are choosing to believe that He is guiding you towards something greater than you can see in the moment. Faith requires us to look beyond our circumstances and trust that God has a bigger picture in mind. It means believing that the struggles, the waiting, and the unanswered prayers are all part of His process, designed to refine us and prepare us for what's ahead. When you hold on to faith, you are saying, I trust that God's plan is better than my own, even when the road seems tough or unclear. And that trust, that confidence in His divine timing becomes the foundation of everything you do. The beauty of faith is that it doesn't depend on seeing the entire path laid out in front of you. Instead, it's about trusting God with each step, knowing that as you walk in faith, He will lead you exactly where you need to be. Every challenge you face is a test of your faith, and with each test, you grow stronger in your trust in God's plan. So when life feels uncertain, remember that faith is the anchor that keeps you grounded. Trust that every moment, every twist and turn, every delay is part of God's greater plan. You didn't come this far by accident, and faith will help you see the purpose behind every step, knowing that God's timing is always perfect. Keep walking in faith, because the best is yet to come. Your journey is far from random. It is uniquely designed with purpose. You are not here by accident, and everything you have experienced, good, bad, or in between, has brought you to this moment for a reason. God has intricately woven your story, and every part of it has significance in His grand plan for your life. It's easy to think that the choices you've made, the paths you've taken, and the people you've encountered are mere coincidences. But in reality, they are all threads of a beautiful tapestry that God is creating, a tapestry that is meant to reveal something greater than you can imagine. As you reflect on your life, consider the times when things didn't make sense, when it felt like you were stumbling or lost. Those moments of confusion weren't random detours. They were part of God's strategy to shape you into who you are meant to be. Each experience, whether it brought joy or pain, has been part of your development, leading you to the person you are today. And the best part is, God isn't finished with you yet. He is still working, still guiding, and still revealing more of the beautiful purpose He has for you. You were created for something special, and your journey has a specific purpose that only you can fulfill. There is no such thing as a wasted experience in God's kingdom. Every challenge, every victory, every lesson learned along the way has been preparing you for the destiny He's designed for you. You are here because God has placed you exactly where you need to be, with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. So, take heart and remember that your story is not accidental. It is a divine narrative, written by a loving God who has seen every step of your journey and is guiding you towards something greater. Trust in the process and know that you have come this far because God has a purpose for your life. The future ahead of you is filled with possibility, and as you walk in His will, you will see more and more clearly the incredible plan He has been unfolding all along. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that you are not here by chance, but because God has designed a purpose-filled journey for you. In conclusion, I want you to remember this powerful truth. You didn't come this far by accident. Every step, every challenge, every moment of doubt has been part of a greater plan, God's plan for your life. His timing, though sometimes mysterious, is always perfect. The strength you've gained, the lessons you've learned, and the people you've encountered have all been part of His divine work behind the scenes. Even when you couldn't see it, He was guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for something greater. So, as you continue on your journey, don't ever forget that you are not here by coincidence. Every experience, every twist and turn has purpose. You are exactly where you need to be. And God is working in ways you may not fully understand yet. Keep walking in faith, trusting that the best is yet to come. No matter what comes next, Know that you are being guided toward a destiny that is greater than anything you could have planned for yourself. You are not alone in this journey. God's hand is always with you, and His plans for you are more magnificent than you can imagine. So, trust in His process and keep moving forward with confidence. You've come this far for a reason, and you are destined for greatness.